breaking down all 25 things you missed from Survivor Season 44, Episode 6. We're talking all things Carson clutching the challenge with 3D printing, Josh's fake idol, the Three Stooges alliance, Yam Yam VS Josh, and much more. As always, careful for any spoilers if you haven't seen the episode yet, and make sure to stick around as we announce last week's puzzle giveaway winner. Not gonna lie, this one's pretty rare, the only red version of this puzzle. That's only because I accidentally made a red one, but we won't talk about that. If you want to enter next week's giveaway, just make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment down below who you want to be voted out this episode. Let's get started with number 25, day 12 on Tika. Time is for sure flying out there in Fiji as we're already on day 12 in the game. And the merge, or the fake merge, depending how you want to talk about it, is happening this episode. We actually start the episode with the iconic Survivor music and a stupid but also hilarious scene between Yam Yam and Carolyn. A little bit of irony and foreshadowing for later in the episode, but Josh is excited to leave this tribe and get back to his old group. Number 24, Soka Tree Mail. Drop your buffs. Not the full merge technically yet. This is the mergatory in Survivor. Basically, all the groups are getting the same note. They got 10 minutes to collect their belongings as they're going to a different camp. Number 23, Tika Tree Mail. Like I literally just said a second ago, same idea here on the Tika tribe. Buffs have been dropped, the game is starting, and I'm so pumped. Carolyn, Yam Yam, and Carson all made the merge. Or fake merge, whatever. You get the idea. They made this part of the game. Number 22, Ratu Tree Mail. The Orange Tribe is the smartest of all three of the groups as they're picking up the idea that this isn't a full merge as they all decide to talk about their advantages as Carson's idol is now expired. Number 21, advantages. This Orange Tribe is deciding to be pretty open about what advantages they have and what advantages are expired going into this part of the season. Carson tells everyone his idol is now expired because everyone's living on the same beach. Lauren's gonna tell everyone that she has an extra vote. Carson thinks Jamie has a real hidden immunity idol. The awkward part is Jamie also thinks that idol is real. And while we're talking about advantages, we might as well talk about everything else in the game. Carolyn and Danny both have real idols. Josh is trying to convince some people he has a fake idol and some people he has a real idol. In reality, it is a fake idol. Matt has a fake idol he thinks is real. Brandon is still holding on to the episode 1 birdcage fake idol. And finally, Matt doesn't have a vote at this very first tribal council. Number 20, boats coming in. Jamie's super hyped up as she actually has the most connections on anyone in the game. If you think about it for a second, it does make sense as she started on the Orange Tribe, she's been swapped and been on a journey. I'm low-key starting to get worried about my Canadian boy Kane in the game. We really need to start seeing more from Kane soon or he won't be a contender to win. Also, high-key, I feel really bad for Josh. The edit the producers are giving him this episode. At the same time, it is a hilarious edit. We're gonna talk about it throughout the video. Number 19, Josh's fake idol. So Josh's big brain Survivor strategy is with this fake idol he's holding on to, tell some people it's real and some people it's fake. There's a couple problems I see with this as Danny has the real idol from that beach and Matt has the fake idol from that beach. And there's just no way one beach would have 3 idols at the same time. And in the game, people just naturally will talk to each other and mix up Josh's story. It's not gonna make sense. We're gonna try and keep track of this throughout the episode, but he's so far told Brandon it's a real idol. He told Carolyn and Yam Yam it was a real idol last episode, but they 100% think it's fake. And he also told Jamie it's a fake idol. Number 18, Josh's confusion. A bunch of the girls come together fact-checking Josh's story regarding this hidden immunity idol to put a weird extra spin, a confusing spin on things. Although he told Jamie it's a fake idol, for some reason Jamie actually thinks it's a real hidden immunity idol. Really, the seed's been planted this episode and for the past couple of episodes for Josh to be blindsided out of the game. As we gotta remember, if we didn't get a swap a couple episodes ago, Josh would have been the next person to go on the green tribe. Number 17, Josh vs Yam Yam part 1. I'm literally serious when I say this is part 1 of the Yam Yam vs Josh battle as they're gonna continue it later in the episode. And that was probably one of my favorite moments of the episode. I'm pumped when we finally get to talk about it. Anyways, Josh is placing the target on Yam Yam in front of everyone. But Matt's telling Yam Yam not to worry. The green Soka tribe's been wanting to vote Josh out of the game for a long time. Number 16, Carolyn level 1. This is honestly so tough to see Carolyn in this situation here. And I do feel really bad for her here. It might be the case of some weird fancy Survivor editing, but they do my girl Carolyn so dirty in this situation, making her look bad. Yam Yam was 100% correct. This is level 1 Carolyn from what I'm used to seeing in the other episodes. And I'm just hoping we can get back to full intensity Carolyn soon in a future episode. Number 15, the Three Stooges. We got Carson, we got Carolyn, and we got Yam Yam over here as the Three stooges. It's a weird dynamic right now because Carson's in a really good spot overall in the group, but Carolyn and Yam Yam are in a really bad spot. I'm like 94% sure this is foreshadowing and Carson's plan will happen later in the season. Step 1, guide the votes to make sure Carolyn and Yam Yam are safe and not voted out. Step 2, wait for the moment when Carson finally has the majority in the group. And then step 3, boom, take over the game. Number 14, showmance. For all the time we spend on the Franny and Matt showmance every single episode, it better turn into a real thing after Survivor's done. And I mean, this tweet right here says it perfectly. Boston Rob said it best in Survivor: who you sleep next to is your closest alliance. Number 13, Mergatory Challenge. I knew for sure we weren't done seeing the boulder and the boulder was gonna be coming back in a future challenge. I'm getting carried away, but in the classic new era style, they're gonna be divided into 2 groups, where the winning group is gonna get a merge buff, they're gonna get the merge feast, and they're gonna be safe at tribal council. Whereas the losing group gets literally nothing and one of them will be voted out. The challenge is actually pretty similar to Survivor 41 and Survivor 42. You gotta push a boulder, collect a key along the way, climb up a tower, and solve a tree puzzle. Number 12, the groups. On the orange side, we have Heidi, Danny, Lauren, Yam Yam, Josh, and Kane. And on the purple side, we got Matt, Franny, Carson, Carolyn, Jamie, and Brandon. Let me know in the comments down below what group you were cheering for here. For me personally, I was cheering on the purple tribe because I was worried Carolyn's fate in the game. Number 11, the challenge. That boulder that they made for Survivor 41, the new era of Survivor, was such a big investment. They gotta use it every chance they get. As Zach makes a funny tweet about Carson probably 3D printing the boulder. Obviously, I was cheering on the purple tribe, so I was getting worried when Jamie was struggling to climb up the ramp. But as we all know in Survivor, the puzzle is the great equalizer, especially if you have the puzzle memorized at home. That makes a big difference, as Carson's shoulders must be hurting from carrying his team on his back to victory. Number 10, Jeff needs you. I always find it hilarious when Jeff is asking you to apply in the middle of an episode. And if you're gonna take that invite seriously to apply for Survivor, you should also take the preparation for Survivor seriously with idle plays. The support has been kind of ridiculous lately. I've been having trouble keeping up with all of your requests. If you want to be like Carson and be a hero during a Survivor challenge, idle plays and the Survivor replicas are perfect for you. The fire puzzle is always a classic one to pick up, but now that we're entering the individual portion of the game, the will it go round challenge might be a good idea. For this week only, I'm going to be offering free shipping with any order over $50 with the promo code MERGE. The code to get free shipping will expire once the next episode of Survivor starts. Go to the first link of the description or idleplays.com to go check it out. Number 9, the losers are sad. Okay, it's time to crunch the numbers and try to predict who's going to be voted out of the game. The options are obviously between Heidi, Danny, Lauren, Yam Yam, Josh, and Kane. From the outside looking in, just simply based on the edit, it obviously makes sense to come down to Josh or maybe Yam Yam. Yam Yam ends up screwing up a little bit here by throwing Josh's name out way too early in the episode, and he for sure should have gotten the title of the episode with the awesome line, "No meal, no buff, no hope." Number 8, shout out Heidi and Lauren. Well, technically the conversation is between all 3 players, Josh, Heidi, and Lauren, but we gotta shout out Heidi and Lauren here for actually getting some screen time this episode. The average Survivor viewer who's not obsessed with Survivor like you, like me, probably doesn't really know who Heidi and Lauren are. And honestly, Mike Bloom's tweet right here says it best. Number 7, merge feast. Everyone at this merge feast, and literally I mean everyone at the feast, is throwing out Josh's name for being this big threat in the game. I really wish the Survivor producers did a better job showing the viewers why Josh is such a big Survivor threat. The big issue with this group deciding to vote Josh out of the game is the uncertainty if he has an idol or not. The split vote plan or the decoy plan in case Josh has an idol is gonna be sadly Kane. This makes me really worried about Kane in a future episode because you always need allies that are willing to back you up in front of other people, and the exact opposite thing happens here as Brandon and Jamie don't stand up for Kane. And once again, it's the episode of people thinking Carolyn is crazy as no one believes her story that Josh's idol is for sure fake. Number 6, players come together. I just gotta say before we move forward, that merge buff is looking super zesty and I'm pumped to get one myself, as it looks like the plan is gonna be a Josh with splitting the votes between him and Kane. Number 5, Josh versus Yam Yam Part 2. Such a funny dynamic as they both want to work with each other, but they both don't trust each other at all. Yam Yam even brings up the idea of Josh giving him his fake or real hidden immunity idol. Number 4, Kane the split vote. Obviously in Survivor, no one ever wants to be the decoy vote or the split vote in the game, and we gotta throw it back to episode 1 when when Kane throws a vote on Brandon. Because of this, Brandon still doesn't really trust Kane. Carson's gonna act like he accidentally told Kane the plan that maybe the votes are on him. It was 100% on purpose. Carson actually really trusts Kane. He just doesn't want other people to know that. But it's gonna end up causing chaos as number 3, Kane's playing hard. Kane's now worried if Josh's idol ends up being real, he's gonna have the most amount of votes and Kane's gonna be voted out. To try and protect himself and keep him safe in the game, he's trying to move all the votes from Josh onto Yam Yam. And it was at this point in the episode, I was looking at the time and I was like, when are we going to the individual challenge? Low key, I had a little bit of a brain fart. I forgot during Survivor 43 when the Mergatory was only 1 hour long, there was no individual challenge. I'm just happy I wasn't alone as this tweet was confused as well. Number 2, Tribal Council. I was kind of scared for saying this and getting some hate last episode, but I absolutely loved having no Tribal Council last episode. Tribal Council has just become a game of code words, metaphors, as you don't want the other players to know your real plan. It's not related at all, but I just want to point out that Kelly Wentworth, one of my favorite players, is retired from Survivor. Anyways, going into the vote, I was worried that it was gonna be Yam Yam voted out of the game and not Josh. So I wanted it to be Josh going home, but I thought it was gonna be Yam Yam. And I was literally screaming at my TV every single time Yam Yam got a vote, but number 1, Josh voted out. Anyways, congratulations, Nicholas. You're this week's giveaway winner of this one-of-a-kind red puzzle. I'll announce a new winner next week and click right here for Survivor challenges in 60 seconds or less.